Hey guys, Summer here. Today I'm gonna try out a build that I've not seen a lot of people use, and that's Arcane Faith Hybrid build. So the stat I'm using is, well, for a start, I'm level 163. Normally it's a bit over high level. You can do this with lower levels. You're just gonna have to cut down some vigor. Like for level 125, it said you could go with 40 vigor and then copy these stats I have. So what you want is 60 vigor, 30 mind, 20 endurance. You don't really need that much endurance in this game. The game is really conservative with stamina. Like they give you a lot of stamina. So it's not like Dark Souls, like the other Dark Souls game where you have to put so much points into stamina. And the other points I would go is 17 strength. You only need 17 strength with most of the weapons that I use. This is the weapons I primarily use. I don't really use the bow. Like I tried it, it's kind of crap. But otherwise, I'd go with Sacred Spear. Sometimes this is fun weapon to use. I use this to farm souls if I need XP to upgrade my weapons and stuff. I'm still experimenting with the game. These is also really good combo potential weapons. Although I would have to change talisman to use those. But you basically go like this. Really good catching people, and the bleed build up is insanely good with Bloodhound step on it. After that, plainly just use River of Blood. I know it's a try-hard weapon, but hey, it's fun. I sometimes use dual whips. Some of their moves that are pretty fun. I mainly use Bloodhound Step on my main hand, while I use the buff on my offhand. I sometimes use this, which is pretty fun. I've been also trying out the Zweihander in case I wanna use some two-handed weapons. So I just go like this. It's really powerful. I've been testing that out. Well, primarily I just stick with River of Blood. Doesn't weigh that much, and you can dual wield it with an offhand katana. But what I like to do on my offhand is to have Brass Shield. Mainly because of carrying a retaliation. And I'm not talking about the glitch where you can just use an item and then parry it. I'm mainly talking about actually using it and what it's supposed to do. Where you'll basically just parry magic and you get 3 summon swords that does insane amount of damage. The problem is there's a glitch where you parry a spell. Like, you'll actually parry it, but the summon swords will be invincible to the target. Hopefully they patch that out, and I do think they could maybe nerf the damage a bit. But other than that, I really found it fun to parry against casters and mages. Really fun spell to use. As for Talisman, I use Dragon Communion, since it gives you Arcane Scaling S and Faith Scaling B. So I have like 355 in cast scaling, which is insanely good. Probably higher than most mage staffers combined. So yeah. As for spell, I'd say I go with this. Like this may sound like, oh, these look like fairly weak spells, but the main reason I use this is because of the combo potential. Like, it's so insanely fun. This is one of the reason I made this build, is for the combos. So you might be confusing what I'm talking about, but some spells and incantation you can actually attack cancel or cancel animation. Some special animation might actually play. So normally, if you would use Hone Bolt, it'll take this long, which is fairly long. People have a lot of time to react, run towards you, roll, and then attack you and damage you and punish you. But with this, it's fairly fast. You can still react to it, but it's way faster than if you did it normally. And you can do it even faster by sprinting and doing this. See that? That's almost instant. Well, not instant, but super fast. And you can still react to it if you catch up to it, but you'll always mostly catch people by surprise by doing this combo. Sprint, catch flame, and home bolt. And you can combo it up with this, but it'll obviously go slower. So I'll mainly go with 1 or 2 home bolts when I do it. And normally you'll mainly do like half of people's HP with that combo alone. You can of course buff it up by using Golden Vow, which gives you around 100, 150 extra more damage. And it lasts fairly long, and it gives you some defense bonus. So overall, pretty good stat to use. And as for this, Bestial Sling, this is also pretty good mid-range, fast attacking ability. The cool part about this, Magma Breath, it has super, super long cooldown cast time. And I don't see anyone at all use it, just using this alone. In fact, I've barely seen people use this move at all. Mainly because of the slow cast time. But, if you do, however, use this, it's much faster cast time. And that's not all. You can make it even more faster by, of course, sprinting and casting Bestial Sling. Just like this. Boom. Hold on. Actually, no. To cast it really fast, you will have to go like this. 1, 2, boom. It's like, it looks like you're casting a big fireball that does damage over time below. And it does decent amount of damage, around like 500 to 600 damage. So that alone is pretty good. And if you're able to land Bestial Sling 2, you'll be able to do around 100, 700 damage. So, pretty good. And of course, we have Swarm of Flies, which is mainly good for people that's trying to distance themselves and just spam magic. You can basically go aggressive with that. And while it's about to land on them, go this and boom. And sometimes while they roll, it'll roll catch them. You'll hit them with both of that, and then Swarm of Fly will also hit them on top of that. And that'll do like about 75% of their HP. We also have Frenzied Burst. Now this is really powerful sniping weapon. Like the range of that is insane, and this is insanely good with 1 versus 2 or 3 versus 1, where you're outnumbered and you need to take one of them out. You use that from a distance and they're dead. Like you just stun lock them 2 shots and they're dead. And then of course we have this Plaxid Ruined. Now this at first seems like, oh, this is a cool move, but the downside is it has a long cast time and you can get punished during that. So what I normally do with this is to use it as my last resort. You see the target being super low HP, you use that shit and if it lands on them, you'll do instant 500 damage. It has a very small AoE, but it's worth doing just for that. Like, it's such a cool finisher. And for the last thing I'll show is the mixer physic I use. I'd go Crimson Bubble Tear, Restore HP, Nerf Death. I don't know if this build might get nerfed. We'll see, but as of right now, this build is extremely fun. So usually I always go with drinking this. And that's usually enough time to finish people off. So go like this. Boom. See, like that? 784 damage. And then when they try to do that, well, I died there. I might cut that out. Maybe not. But yeah, you can see the comp potential. I got a bit greedy there, so I did get punished, but overall, pretty fun build to use. So anyways, go catch flame. Oh, someone didn't put a lot of point into vigor. And if you need to harass them, go like this. See, even if I missed, the swarm of flies distracted him long enough for him to get hit like that. He of course did the same thing to me. So yeah, let's see if I can hit him with Fat Lex Ruin.